Industrialists of the world unite. My name, of course, is Obita Potato. This is Mindustry. This is a real nifty little game, available on itch.io. Check it out, link is down in the description. It's published by a guy called Anouk, and it is kind of like if Factorio was a tower defense game, then you'd end up with this. Let me show you exactly what I mean. We're going to jump into the campaign here. The campaign is, I mean, in a sense, just multiple different levels of tower defense, different waves of enemies. We're going to jump into Ground Zero. Ground Zero is where the tutorial is held. There are 3 resources available. I think that's copper, lead, and something else. We'll see. The optimal location to begin once more, low enemy threat, few resources, gather as much lead and copper as possible, and then move on. The objective is to survive and thrive. We are indeed going to do. So, let's talk about exactly what is going on. So, we're going to play as this little dude. You can see that wave 1 is coming up in 3 minutes and 52 seconds. We can advance the wave by clicking on this little button right up yonder. These are our mechanical drills. Now, the mechanical drills extract whatever resource they are situated on from the ground. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of copper here. We can mine the copper manually if we want with our little mining droid thing, but that's obviously an inefficient way of doing it, as we have to focus our attention on that. And instead, what we can do is we can place down another mechanical drill. So you know what? I'm going to place down a mechanical drill right over there. Our resources are indicated over here. We have 64 copper, and it's going to cost us 12 in order to place this mechanical drill. It's pretty good, yeah. You can see the stats. You can see the stats for the mechanical drill. It's got 160 health, takes up 2x2 space. Build time is very, very short. Liquid capacity, item capacity, all of that good stuff. Okay, pretty basic so far. Great. Let's move on to conveyor belts. Conveyor belts do exactly as you would expect them to do, and they move resources from where they are being produced to where they need to be consumed. So in this case, you can see the mechanical drill is mining up. Also, we got a little pea shooter on our mining droid here. Anyway, you can see the mechanical drill. The mechanical drill is drilling up the copper, and then it's moving it up to this little turret here. So the interesting thing is that this turret consumes copper as an ammunition. So that basically means that all we need to do is link up a conveyor belt to a mechanical drill, link it up to the turret, and bada bim, bada boom, you end up with a turret right there. This is our core right here. This stores a whole bunch of resources. As you can see, there are, well, 90 bits of copper nugget in there, and there's 2 mechanical drills that are mining away quite happily. Great. Let's remove those 2 little bits of stone, and that is pretty much the game right there. We want to try and expand. We want to try and you know, see what's out of here. We need to be careful that we don't get shot down. What is this? Scrap? If we mine this, what do we get? We just get scrap. Also, what the heck is that? Is that where the bad guys come from? Is that a portal? This looks like lead up here. Okay, interesting. Interesting stuff indeed. So as you can see, this is what we've got going on. There's a lot of good stuff happening. We want to try and expand. We want to try and make a success out of this whole shebang. So let's see what we can do. I would like to get some more turrets, and I'd like to try and face a couple of waves before we face anything else. I'm gonna get some more drills. There we go. I'm going to get some more drills, and then we're going to get one massive conveyor belt, which is hopefully going to supply the core with a bunch of very much needed resources. And that can go up there. Great. So that's 2 turrets. I don't think that we have any functionality to split any of these belts. So each and every turret is going to need its own mechanical drill and its own sort of setup, its own conveyor belt, its own mechanical drill, all that good stuff. So we'll set up some more mechanical drills over here, and let's see how far we can come out. In fact, you know, there's no point in coming this far out. We might as well just do, there we go, do that. And then build some more drills along here, because we can just yeah, we can just we can just go and expand out around the base if we want to get any more copper. All right, that's quite enough copper flowing into the core for now, I suspect. Yeah, loads and loads of copper is coming through. Probably too much on one belt. What the heck is this over here? I don't think that is anything in particular, but there we go. All right, I can get another sort of little outpost set up over here. Sure. And a turret right there. Turret right there. Looking good. There we go. I like to try and make the belt behind the turret. I think that might just work slightly better, slightly safer. And let's get a third turret right over there. Right. Looking very, very good. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is some operation. We're about to hit our first wave, by the way. Let's queue all of this stuff to be deconstructed. Get rid of all this snow. Okay, let's see where the enemies come from. Okay, we can see them on the map. They are around here. Okay. So this is the enemy. We can retaliate. We can also be destroyed though, so I'd rather not have that happen. Leave point immediately, annihilation imminent. Okay, so it turns out that we can't go any further north than that. All right, let's wait until we get in range of the turret. Nice, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We took him down nice and easy. Okay, there's a duo right over there. I mean, we could supply him with some ammunition. I think we'll just delete this. Right. Not entirely sure what the purpose of accumulating scrap is. I presume that it will have some sort of a use, but only later down the line. Same with batteries as well. Lead looks like an important resource. Do we need to get lead back to the mothership? I mean, we can definitely try. Let's give it a shot. Okay. Okay. Right. Yeah, I don't anticipate any issues at the moment, although I suspect that things are going to get, well, substantially more busy in the immediate future. So in order to combat that, let's get some drills up and running. Some drills up and running in, of course, combination with some turrets. Okay. There we go. There we go. All right, that's looking pretty darn good. Yeah, that turret is fine for now. Right, easy peasy. Nothing too challenging there, but then again, I'm not sure that you'd really expect anything super challenging from a very early level. I don't understand what this is. This just water? Is that what it is? Is it just water? Okay. Great. Let's get some more drills set up, and I think we can probably start thinking about advancing some of the waves. Right. I know that mine is already linked up to this turret up here, but I suspect, or at least I hope, that once this belt is full, then all of the output will shift to that specific belt over there, which is exactly what I'm after. That looks good. All right, great. Is lead going into the core? It looks like it. Yeah, that's looking pretty darn good. Yeah. Nothing too much to complain about there. Yeah, all looks absolutely fine. Let's see if we can get some more mechanical drills. Just get a little bit more lead production on the go. Yep. There we go. And out here, down there, down there. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, I am somewhat worried that maybe we are just vastly, grossly underprepared. But I mean, this is the first level, for goodness sake, so if ever you're going to be underprepared, then now would be a pretty darn good time to be underprepared. Alright, so as you can see, the enemies, the bad boys, did indeed inflict a little bit of damage, but that's not a problem. We can definitely deal with that. Can we... You see these duos? They use copper as ammunition. Can they use lead as ammunition? No. Turns out they can only use copper as ammunition. Okay, well, you know what? Let's try and further our lead enterprises. Let's take this all the way down here. And we'll take that all the way across there. I mean, that's 2 extra free rigs. Yeah. Alright. That I was hoping to save the resources, salvage the resources that were just chilling out over there, but that's fine. Alright. Let's give that a bash. There we go. Get a drill in place. Get a drill in place. I tell you what I could probably do. I could probably just have... Yeah, 2 belts coming out each of these drills. And I suspect they'll probably... Yeah, supply equally across them, or at least somewhat equally. In fact, even if they don't, what I can go and do is I can go all the way down here and right, I can take out the copper and I can head back up here and I can unload 30 copper into that turret like so. Alright. Alright. Easy enough. Nothing too much of a problem. So, now, we've got the opportunity to launch right now. I'm not going to launch. I will not be able to launch until later waves. Yes. I don't want to launch until later waves. I don't want to launch at all. Launching finishes the level. And whilst we could very much do it, I don't believe that that is in our interest to do so right now. Especially when we're off to such a resounding start. Oh my goodness, these guys are actually quite tanky. We're gonna need to up our game. We are gonna need to up our game. That was quite something, actually. Was not anticipating that to be as challenging as it was. Right, let's try and make this work. Nope. Conveyors. Yep. There we go. We'll have all of the conveyors properly coming up from behind the turrets, which makes them slightly more challenging to hit, I believe. Right, looking good. Get ourselves another mine. And just like that. Alright, little bit low on ammo on all of those chaps, but should be absolutely a-okay. Okay, and then let's see if we can get one final turret just there. Perfect. Whap that into place. Grand. And then I will drag the resources right into the turret. Great. Okay, so I hope that we're going to have enough resources to make this work. Tell you what. Oh. Tell you what, we should have, like, sacrificial turrets in the front. That may not be the most optimal. Tell you what, though, that actually straight up worked. That worked quite well. That worked really well. In fact, can we put some conveyors in here? Yeah. All right. Let's advance the next wave and see what else we can do. Also, these batteries right here, I mean, I'm sure these batteries have some sort of a role to play later on. But not now. Okay, once again, a fairly successful job, to be honest. So, suspect that we probably need to start thinking about, you know, sort of a valley of death approach. Right, so delete that there, perhaps. Delete that there. And instead see maybe if we can force them to come along like that. Yeah, okay. Alright. Alright, that's pretty darn good. I mean, obviously none of them are actually firing quite yet at all. But I presume that they're still going to walk along this way just like so. That's the plan. Also, that's a bit of an oversight. What I should probably do, though, is I should probably have a bespoke lead line for extra lead. Okay. Right, now let's go and see what's going on up here. Oh, goodness. Well, didn't you throw a spanner in the works? Alright. I mean, that was unexpectedly irritating. Very, very unexpectedly irritating. Okay, can I just, like, seal this entire area off? Yeah, can I do that? And then... see if we can perhaps enable some of these turrets to fire. There we go. All right. I mean, that in itself is quite a cool little design that we've got going on. I like it. I like it a lot. Right. That's the entirely wrong direction of belt, but that's fine. We can immediately swap that around. Okay, good. Let's see if this'll do the trick. So we should be forcing them down this very, very specific route, if I'm not otherwise mistaken. Man, these guys are tough. Very, very tough indeed. But I tell you what, we did a pretty darn good job of repelling them. They do seem to want to just bulldoze right through the very center of the constructions that I'm building. But that's not a problem. Can we get some more turrets online over here? Is that such a silly thing to ask? I think we can probably, yeah, get a couple more. Right. I say a couple more. I can probably manage to squeeze one into there. Not very many more, I don't think. Yeah, one extra turret online. Is that a great success? Not really. Tell you what, though, we do actually need, strangely, a lot more copper. Right. Yeah, we need a lot more copper. Okay, what I'm gonna do here is stick in a junction. A junction will allow me to cross two different types of element, or two different types of resources. So that'll be pretty darn handy, to say the least. Right, so this is just going to mean a little bit more copper production. Can't really complain about that. And that goes in there. So we're just trying to absolutely, as much as we possibly can anyway, maximize copper production. Yeah, nice. Nice, good stuff. Right, can take up those belts as well. And we'll bring forward the next wave, and that will mean that we meet the requirements for the next map, which is in itself a bit of an accomplishment, if I do say so myself. Right, let me just try sticking down some belt, see if that sort of works as sort of a repellent. They are quite content on bulldozing their way through the very center. Alright. Wowzers. They just absolutely go for it, don't they? Holy cow. I mean, I'm working on the assumption that we'll probably be able to get ourselves some more protections or some more defenses at some point. But this is really quite something here. Okay, let me see. Let me get another drill right about there. And then I'm gonna bring some more belt over here in order to play around with supplying these turrets. That'll just be an extra little cog to our machine, an extra little string to our bow. Yeah, maybe we should be packing these turrets tighter, honestly, so that we can fit more belts in next to them. I think that's probably what we should be doing. Right, if I replace that with junctions, is that going to be any more of a stop? That's 30 health. 30 health on those guys. How much health on these guys? 45 health on those guys. All right, so junctions are worse than useless. The turrets do have more health, though. I believe the turrets have about 160 health. Let's have a look. Yeah. Ooh, pyrite. What the heck is pyrite? 2 times ammo multiplier. Very, very cool indeed. I mean, is this something that I can actually mine? No, it's not. But this looks like something. I don't know what it is, though. It looks interesting. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alright, unbelievably that wave was slightly easier to repel than other waves. Well, good for me, I guess. That's a positive step. Right, fill in that hole. Apparently it doesn't make a single shred of difference where you put the turrets. They're just going to try and bulldoze right through the middle. Again, if we can maybe pick up some blockades at a later point, then that would be really, really nice. Yeah, that would be just straight up fantastic. Right, 1k of copper and 2k of lead. Not really like we've got an overly large amount of lead, or a large amount of stuff to do with lead, but once again, working on the assumption that we will eventually one day. And therefore, if we save it up now, then maybe, just maybe, that'll make a difference. Should I mine this scrap up? I mean, again, I don't think I can really do much with this scrap. Probably deconstruct all of those bits over there. Is there anything out here? Not actually been out here to muck around. I think I've pretty much visited, well, about the extent of the area that I wish to discover. Let's put in some more mechanical drills. Sure. I mean, if we're not using this copper deposit, we might as well find something to do with it, right? Okay. That goes down there. Perfect. And let's stick that in like so. That in like so. Put a junction in there, put a junction in there. And I think that that will work pretty much flawlessly. Hold on. I need to find something to do with my copper. There you go. Stick it over there. Right, let's advance the next wave by a couple of seconds. Make sure that everything is right over here. Get that all fixed up. And then let's go and see what's up. Have at ye. What do you know? It looks like the repellent strategy worked. That's great. Happy days. Tell you what, when these guys come down the other side, they're gonna be in for a shock. If I'm here running interference, then I feel that it's just much easier for us to succeed. So if I can be in there at the very start, then that's great. Let me go and pick up some... No, that's not what I wanted to do at all. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to pick up all of the... There's no resources in there. I wanted to pick up as many resources as possible, up to a maximum of 30. And then I wanted to go up here and drag the resources right onto there, so that that turret can be fully prepared and ready to go. So we can advance the wave and hit level 15, or hit wave 15, which is quite an important wave, as waves go. Ha ha ha! Oh my goodness. Whoa! Okay, so I got shot down. That means that I'm going to respawn as a little robot thing. Right, no worries. We got this. We got this. That's fine. Right, next launch opportunity is going to be wave 20. I think that's fine. I think we chance it. Right, I should have probably repaired my my barricades. At least, yeah, my temporary barricades anyway. Definitely not permanent barricades. Let's go for another layer as well. Sure. And then let's there we go. Alright, fine. 10 will be enough. And then we'll stick that in there. And let's give this a shot. Alright, loadout config unlocked. I think we're gonna probably try and retreat after the next wave. Oh, you poor sods. You've fallen into my trap. See that? Perfectly executed. Perfectly executed. Right, let's get another layer of turrets in there. Another layer of turrets in there. Soak up some of the... Soak up some of the damage before it gets to the actual turrets that actually matter. There we go. Running interference. You know what? We end up dying. That's not a problem. I don't know how many resources it takes to remake a little robot thing, but it can't be that many, can it? Alright. Let's go to the next round. Alright, I'm going to go to level 20, and then we're going to back out of the game, and we're going to see if we can come across... we're going to see if we can get some upgrades on our tech tree. Oh, boy. Right, it's a good thing that we've got a fallback line over here. Yeah, absolutely. It's a good thing that we got a fallback line over there. That got dicey. That got real dicey. Okay. Back up here. Back up there. Connect this all back up. Right. Let's go. Let's do this. Am I out of copper? They're breaking through. And they broke through. Wowzers. Alright. Great. Well, we're gonna face wave 19, which is, well, quite possibly. Could quite possibly be the defining wave for us. Okay. Let's get that all fixed up. The problem is that every turret has got a range that's very, very small, in fact. Right, so instead I'm going to try and prep a bunch of turrets with a whole bunch of copper from the belt. There we go. Alright, now let's see what you've got. Do your worst, video game. There we go. Wowzers. Alright, they've broken through, but that's not a problem. Easy. I finished them off. What a fantastic opportunity. Alright, great. This will launch all of your resources in your core. You will not be able to return to this base. That is absolutely a-okay. What I want to do before I do launch that, though, is I want to fix that all up, and I want to make sure that I have as many resources on my base as possible. How much copper have we got? A fair amount. Alright, we've got 3 minutes in order to accumulate 4K copper. Is that going to be possible? I don't think so. Let's shift that onto there. I mean, is there any other way that we can't speed up the belt, unfortunately. Okay, looks like copper is being spat out onto this belt fairly astutely. Great job, everyone. Okay, we're at 1K, that's fine. Right, let's try and speed this up. So delete this, delete that. Delete that. Delete that, and that can go around there. Great, and then this can continue round there. Perfect. Right, looking good. Delete that there, delete that there, delete that there. And instead... yeah, perfect. Okay, great. That's looking good. That's looking really good. Okay, it might not get us to the desired copper amount, but it'll at least get us slightly closer, which is very, very important. Very, very important indeed. Okay, and yeah, no, nothing else that I really can do to optimize copper into the base. As I say, we're gonna try and launch off in just a second. I need to delete this because we're at maximum lead supply, so can't really have any more lead on the belt, so to speak. Right, clear up a few more snowballs that are hanging around. Alright. We're gonna hit 2K in just a second. That in itself is somewhat of an achievement. So I'll take that. Also, I believe that I can actually build diagonally. Yeah, look at that. Look at that, if I hold control. How cool is that? That is absolutely legit. Very, very cool indeed. Yeah, can't destroy any of these walls. I don't think there's any secret areas per se, at least if there are any secret areas. I'm not very good at finding them. If I delete all of this, will that give me my copper back? I don't think it does. I don't think it does, but you know what? I'm gonna do it. It's cathartic anyway. Oh, maybe it does give me my copper back. Alright, we got 20 seconds to go. Let's go and have a final little look at the base. Okay, this is great. Let's launch. We're launching with 4K resources, the maximum amount of resources that we can possibly hold. Final rank is SS. That's pretty darn good. 20 waves defeated, enemies destroyed 170, buildings built 1,757. I suspect that that also includes conveyor belts, but hey-ho. Buildings destroyed 343, not something that I'm proud of. Buildings deconstructed 219, all of which came at the very end there. Alright, so now, are we able to unlock the next level? Well, not yet. However, we can delve into the tech tree and get some upgrades. Let's see what we can possibly get. So, we can get a router, accepts items, then outputs them to up to 3 other directions equally, useful for splitting materials from one source to multiple targets. I mean, that is an absolute no-brainer, and I will totally take that. That's going to make supplying turrets a heck of a lot easier. Bridge conveyor, advanced item transport block allows transporting items over up to 3 tiles of any terrain or building. Again, I'll take that. It's 54 copper and a tiny little bit of lead. Might as well take it. Scatter, an essential anti-air turret, sprays clumps of lead or scrap. Maybe. Scorch, we can't get a scorch because we need graphite. Copper wall, a cheap defensive block useful for protecting the core and turrets in the first few waves. I mean, absolutely. We talked about defensive and needing to get them. A large copper wall as well. That's absolutely something that I'm going to pick up. Graphite press compresses chunks of coal into pure sheets of graphite. Absolutely, I think. Mechanical pump, a cheap pump with slow output but no power consumption. Now, does this pump water? I think it pumps water. I have yet to discover what water actually does. Combustion generator generates power by burning flammable... Didn't mean to do that. Don't know how much I spent on that. Generates power by burning flammable materials such as coal. Okay, cool. Miner drone factory produces mining drones. A power node connects... Okay, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take as much of the sort of cheap stuff as I possibly can. Mechanical pump. Yeah, absolutely. Mechanical pump is there. And a conduit... Basic liquid transport block moves liquid forward, used in conjunction with pumps and other conduits. Okay. Graphite press, I think that seems like a no-brainer. I will take the anti-air turret, just for the sake of doing it. And then let's see what we're left with. We're not left with a whole bunch of stuff, to be honest. Most other unlocks will require somewhat of a more advanced set of materials. But, you know, we came away with a bunch of lead, a bunch of copper. That's not too bad at all. A pyrite mixer mixes coal, lead, and sand into highly flammable pyrite. Why not? A silicon smelter reduces sand with pure coal, produces silicon. Sure, I mean, for all that it actually costs, we might as well get it, right? Battery stores power as a buffer in times of surplus energy, outputs power in times of deficit. A mender periodically repairs blocks in its vicinity, keeps defenses repaired in between waves. Optionally uses silicon to boost range and efficiency. Right, I'll take that, and I will take the battery. That seems like a good plan. Sorter sorts items. If an item matches the selection, it's allowed to pass. Absolutely. Overflow gate, a combination splitter. I mean, it's cheap, so I might as well take it. I'll take a distributor as well. And that pretty much is absolutely everything that we could possibly unlock at the moment. Wowzers, we've unlocked a whole bunch of stuff. I'm very curious to see exactly what we've got. Exactly what we're able to do. There's 2 areas that are locked. I can uncover this area. And I can uncover this area. Great. 2 more maps that we can play around with. We need to get the door, the water extractor to unlock that area. We need a whole bunch more stuff before we can unlock that area. Right. I mean, are we going to be going to the frozen forest or the desert wastes? I don't know. I don't know. You tell me, where do you think we should go? I think we should go to Frozen Forests as we can head up to this place next. But that's just a personal preference thing. Let me know where you think we should go in the comments down below, because I think that this is a pretty darn good place to wrap this first episode up. We're gonna jump in just a second. Well, in just a second for me, but the next episode for you. And we're gonna experiment with all of this brand new stuff that we've unlocked very, 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 very recently. This is very exciting. I'm very excited to play more of this game. Ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Open Potato. This has been Mindustry. I'll see you next time. Bye.